This is Constar Review with Martin Bennett. Hello, y'all. Back with another episode of Constar Review. Now, again, this episode, we're watching a video of Dreadnought Dominion entitled Haunted. Again, you know, in the greater Constar story building, we're going to take some side trips every once in a while, you know, meet up with some of the people that we'll meet in the Constar universe, in the greater storytelling that's going on there, which I think is cool. I mean, I'm not sure that it was really initially designed to be a expanded universe type thing with everything, you know, connecting on some level. I think the Constar was originally like a goofy, well, not necessarily goofy, but like a one-shot type thing that just naturally evolved into something much more than a one-shot fan film. If I remember correctly, that was the only thought behind it, was doing a one-shot, and that would be much later on. We'll get to that fan film much later. The first official visual of the Constar in what was filmed. Now, not necessarily the first chronological visual of the Constar or mention of it. But yeah, today's episode is Dreadnought Dominion Haunted, and it'll play now. Make sure and watch after the credits, because there's a funny little scene that they put when they were filming it. And I'll see you back in about 20-25 minutes. It is a little bit longer episode, but it's got a lot to cover in it. Alright, see you in about 20 minutes.
Aye, sir. That she is.
Can't see a trace of the damage now.
It wasn't your fault.
Excuse me?
We were ambushed. There was no way you could know there was a ship in that nebula.
It doesn't matter. I should have known. I should have sensed it. We lost a lot of good people that day.
I know, sir. And losing Chamberlain made it all the worse. You know, mischief the two of you perpetrated at the Academy. It's legendary. You know what I think you really need is someone who can
I wish
stand
you
by.
would stop trying to play ship's counselor. That's what we have Tamaro for.
All right. It just seems that the only thing you've ever loved was your job. It's just not healthy.
Being committed, being grounded, it's all overrated. I put my heart and my soul into my ship. That's love enough for me.
Ah, but Sam, the ship can't love you back.
I don't know. That's debatable. Captain's log, stardate 5121.2. It has been 19 months since the Dominion limped into space dock for repairs. The Cromwell Nebula incident was ruled to be no fault of my own, and I have been pronounced physically, mentally, and emotionally fit to return to duty. However, I've been unable to forgive myself for the loss of 17 crew members, some who were very close friends. The ship systems are undergoing last-minute calibrations, and we are scheduled to launch in 15 hours.
You look trouble, Commander. What's the problem?
Aye, sir. It's the aft torpedo launcher. When fired from the bridge, there's a delay. Could be faulty wiring, could be a software glitch. Either way, I suggest we postpone the launch.
What kind of a delay are we talking about?
A few weeks should suffice.
No, I meant in the firing mechanism.
Ah, just under a second.
Just under a second. We'll launch on time, Commander. Just run a thorough diagnostic on that system and put a thorough report on my desk by 0000 tomorrow.
Aye, sir. You'll have it.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen.
Well, excuse me, Commander.
Well, you've had a few days to get acquainted with the ship. What do you think of her as our new XO?
Well, she's the finest ship in her class, sir. I'm honored to be here. You just can't imagine.
You'd be surprised what I can imagine. Besides, you've earned it. Lexington's loss is the Dominion's gain.
All base personnel report to your designated disembarkation point by 1100 hours.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just make me look good or you'll find yourself drifting home on a slow freighter.
I won't let you down, sir.
Slow freighter. Bridge. I'm home. How's it going, Chief?
Just finishing up, sir. I think you'll find it meets your specifications.
Excellent. May I?
I wouldn't dare try to stop you, sir.
Captain's Log Supplemental. While the Starfleet investigation played out, I speculated how this moment would feel. And now that it's here, it feels like I've returned home. For over 5 years as her captain, the Dominion was my home, her crew were my comrades, my family, and my friends. When all that was stripped away, I was alone. I lived day to day with only the hope of returning to my command to sustain me. Now, as I watch the final preparations for launch, I am more resolved than ever. I must find a way to get past my lingering feelings of guilt. I must get past my doubts and be the leader this crew deserves, for their sake and for my own. I am humbled by the loyalty of this crew, both new and returning. If they doubt me, they show no signs of it.
I'm all finished here, Commodore. Do you need anything else before I leave?
Just the keys, thank you.
Sir?
Never mind, Chief. I have everything I need right here.
Aye, sir.
Captain's log, stardate 4812.9. The inhabitants of Nimbus 12 welcomed our landing party with a grand parade as 1,000 beautiful women did an elaborate dance. We were instructed to disrobe. Enter!
Surprise!
Why can't you just enter a room like a normal person?
What would be the fun in that?
And I suppose this is your doing?
Just something to commemorate a special occasion. Go ahead, open it.
And the special occasion would be?
Commodore, you cut me to the quick. Why, it was 3 years ago today I signed on as your XO.
It's a rill. It's beautiful. You didn't have to do this.
Be that as it may, sir, you've become like the brother I never had over the past few years. My father gave that to me when I graduated from the academy. I never learned how to play it. Then I remembered your reel was stolen when you were on Rigel 6. I told you not to go into that club. I said it was in a rough part of town, but would you listen to me? And no, you lost your precious reel. Well, it just seemed like the right thing to do to give it to you.
I'm sorry, Don. I didn't get you anything.
You've given me more than you'll ever know, sir.
Godspeed, Don.
Time! 5 minutes, 30 seconds, sir.
drill, but we need to shave a few seconds off.
Aye, sir.
Excuse me?
You heard me, sir.
You better stand down, mister.
No, you stand down, sir. We all here know what you did. They were our friends, and you got them all killed.
Anders, escort Brasso and Piper to their quarters.
Oh, I don't think so, Commodore. I mean, after all, you have a point. You are going to get us all killed. In fact, why don't I do us all a favor and end your little reign of incompetence now, before more lives are lost?
Tomorrow, do something.
That would be illogical, Commodore.
You killed my father. Who's next? Me? Why not? Here I am, Commodore. Go ahead. Get me killed, too.
I was absolved. I'm not at fault.
Oh, well, that changes everything. That makes it just fine.
Security!
You need sedative, Commodore, and some rest. Maybe then you won't get anyone else killed.
Commodore, incoming message from Starfleet. You've been relieved of your duties effective immediately.
Setting coordinates for certain depth, sir. Warp 1, Warp 3, Warp 5, Warp 7, Warp 9!
She's coming right at the same, sir. Looks like we're finally gonna get us all killed.
Warp core detonation imminent in 3, 2, 1.
Don? Is that you, Don? How can it be you?
Hello, Sam.
It is you, Don. Don, I am so sorry.
I don't have a lot of time. I only came to tell you there was nothing you could do. None of us blame you.
I wish I could make it all up to all of you.
Just carry on, Commodore, and make us proud.
I'll do my best. But Don, why all this? Why could you just come to me in a peaceful dream?
You know me. What would be the fun in that? Goodbye, Sam. Tell my wife I love her. Oh, and Sam?
Yes?
Godspeed to you, too.
Hi. 3 minutes, 42 seconds.
Cancel red alert. That's not bad for a night drill, but I have something to say to all of you. Ever since Cromwell Nebula, I've asked myself if there was anything I could have done differently to minimize the danger and loss of life. I reminded myself that exploration is dangerous. When our ancestors went out to explore the other side of the mountain, some of them didn't come back. But that didn't stop them. Now, we have billions of miles. Some of us don't come back. We venture and explore because it's in our makeup. Our fallen friends knew these risks and accepted. So, let's go take a look, shall we?
We're with you, Commodore. All the way to hell and back.
I know that you have our backs, Commander.
I think I speak for us all when I say we're a little anxious. Get it?
Very well. Commander Denson, is the Dominion spaceworthy?
Aye, sir. She'll fly.
Chief Brooks,
Just on my way to my post, sir, in engineering.
remain on the bridge.
I would be honored.
And environment.
Aye, sir.
Dr. Chimero, is medical a go?
Well, sir, regulation. Sir, medical is a go.
Commander Piper, is there any place in particular you'd like to explore?
Actually, yes, Commodore. I've been always wanting to investigate a newly discovered anomaly near Gamma Aurora 3.
Kindly transmit the coordinates to Ensign Taft.
I'd be more than happy to, sir.
Lieutenant Olson, inform Starfleet that we have a mountain to climb.
Aye, sir.
Coordinates received.
Sir, the Yardmaster has cleared us for launch.
Ensign Taft, take her out. Maneuvering thrusters only.
Aye, sir. Maneuvering thrusters only. Dominion is clear, sir.
1/4 impulse. On my mark. Warp factor 3.
Alright, hope y'all have had a chance to watch the video. In this story, we're picking up with the crew of the starship Dominion. We've met some of them before in a previous Constar universe tie-in Dreadnought Dominion episode. That's a lot to say all at once, and thankfully I didn't get tongue-tied on it. But in this episode, we're getting the Dreadnought Dominion is getting repaired and getting back underway, deemed space-worthy and all that, to go out on missions. It's similar to the last episode I reviewed of Starship Valiant, in which the ship is getting repaired, the crew is getting back together after a major battle. You know, it's been heavily damaged, getting back space-worthy, you know, and all of that, how it weighs on the commanding officer. And again, you know, it's similar in subject matter to last week's episode of Constar Review, in the sense that we're dealing with the captain or the commanding officer, since in this case he's a Commodore, or oh gosh, edit. We're getting back the crew back together, you know, and some of the issues that the commanding officer deals with, some of the guilt, I guess you would say, of knowing that he saved his crew, knowing that he saved his ship, but being stuck in a situation where it really is a no-win situation to save all of the crew that he did, to save the ship that he did, there had to be some sacrifices, and unfortunately some of the crew did die. And, you know, he's dealing with all of that, you know, while trying to hold, you know, the straight image, the straight face, you know, never let them see you break type of thing. Grissom comes across at times as a hard ass, but he does lighten up. He does get to be more personable, more approachable, I guess you'd say. And I think part of that hard-assness image that he gives is because he is dealing with the personal trauma of his ship got severely damaged. He lost some crew. You know, we're not sure exactly if it was a battle or a space phenomenon. They say, you know, it was an incident in a nebula. So, were they attacked by another ship? Was it a natural space thing that happened? You know, a turbulent area of space? Did they run into an ion storm? Did they run into, you know, a planet exploding? What exactly happened? We don't really know about that, but, you know, whatever it was serious enough that the ship itself needed, I believe they said 19 months of repair. That's quite a bit. I believe they also said they lost 17 crew. That's quite a bit, but considering the fact that the ship needed 19 months of repair, that's a relatively small number. Some of the things that I enjoyed about this episode is they did pay attention to some of the details. You'll notice this is the standard original series set, which most of the time has been recreated with Enterprise images. The original 60s Kirk Enterprise, you know, it'll have the registry by the turbolift, it'll have the Enterprise ship schematic on the other side by the turbolift and stuff like this. They paid enough attention to detail that they replaced the ship schematic design with the one of the Dreadnought refit, which was designed by Franz Joseph, I believe, in the 70s. They replaced that schematic, that blueprint of the ship, with a Dreadnought blueprint, which I think is cool. You know, not to be the nitpicker, but, you know, you see little things like that. That means they're really paying attention to the detail. They're really putting their heart into it with a love for the source material. We're introduced to, again, some new characters. Some old characters we're introduced to in the previous Dreadnought crossover or Dreadnought adjacent Constar story. So it's good that we get to see them again. One other thing, now I'm not sure if this was intentional when they filmed or unintentional, that, you know, maybe they were having some power issues at the sets that they filmed at, but I personally liked how it was still kind of dark and shadowy in some places, as if they were still working on repairing the ship It's in space dock. It's at low power or lower power. You know, some of the systems may not be fully back online, fully functional. So there is shading. You know, it's not as bright and well lit as one would expect a normal starship to be. That, I think, is a good attention to detail. The special effects, the visuals on it, I mean, awesome. There were a couple of little minor little audio bumps in scene transitions that I saw, but nothing major at all. I mean, the dream sequence that Grissom has, I'm sure we've all had similar things happen to us where we dream the worst possible outcome in a situation that we know is out of our control. And again, all of it is entirely relatable. All of it is definitely something that I think every one of us has experienced in our lives at some point and can relate to. As I've said before, as I'll say again, I'm sure numerous times, yes, fan films are great. They're wonderful to be able to show off your little nerdy side, your creative side, your fan of Star Trek. You know, it's great to play in that universe. But the key thing, in my opinion, is telling a story that is relatably human. Something that everybody can understand, relate to, and draw something from. You know, just because it takes place on a starship, on a starbase, on some strange alien planet, that doesn't really matter. The storyline, the personal aspect of it, you know, man, you know, I can really relate to that. That is a good fan film. That is great storytelling. And again, like I say, this has it. And I hope y'all enjoyed the little after credits scene. Shows that we all have a little bit of fun, know how to lighten the mood when we're on the sets and stuff like that, and doing our little parts for the various fan films we've all been in. How much fun we have doing them, and how much love and dedication that each of us puts into them, whether we're an experienced actor, whether we're an experienced prop maker, or if we just want to tell a story and said, hey, this is the perfect avenue for it. You know, whatever skill level you're at, you know, we love making them. We love getting them out to y'all. And hopefully y'all love watching them. Alright, that being said, this is Nerd in Texoma, signing off of this Constar review. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.